Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to hit that like button. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course, I always do greatly appreciate it. Also, I just want to thank everybody for reaching out to me and wishing me a speedy recovery and things like that. Yes, I'm still sick, and I do apologize for the inactivity. I will be back to normal very, very soon. So thank you to everybody who's continuously supporting the channel. I do greatly appreciate that. Now, overall, today we're going to be talking about a few things happening around the current economic viewpoints on CBDCs and things like that. But real quick, I do want to address a few things happening around the current market structure. So when we look at Bitcoin, yesterday I did address to you guys a few levels that we are watching for on Bitcoin. I actually do have TradingView open over here, and I just want to show you guys something real quick. And then, of course, we will jump into a few things happening around, of course, this current market. So when we look at Bitcoin right now and we kind of look at where we came down to test, so I know that a lot of people have been really kind of addressing, the levels that we came down to, and they're like, all right, well, we broke all of the lows. We're basically done. We're in a bear market, etc. Right? So when we actually look at this, you guys could see exactly the level that we are ranging on here in terms of a major support zone. And do you see exactly where we are ranging on? We are ranging on the summer lows, and this is actually the yearly lows that we put in place on January 1st, 2021. So we are still ranging at around the same exact major support zone, so there's really no point to get bearish at this current moment in time. This is also why I've been taking some positions, because although everyone is bearish and uncertain, I do believe that even if we are in a bear market, which a lot of altcoins definitely are, we will see a massive bear market rally. And you guys might be confused on what I mean by that. Well, we'll actually talk about that here in a second. So right now, I'm definitely not too worried at all on Bitcoin and altcoin prices right now. Because even if we do have some volatility over the weekend where we have slight wicks like we did just recently in the beginning of May, down to like roughly 25K, we will see some better buy points for altcoins, but ultimately I do believe that we do hold the line at like roughly 28K. Now, the reason why I say a bear market rally is because Bank of America actually has their, bull and bear indicate at about 0.6. Now, this is actually pretty, interesting because this is extremely bearish, but you guys do see the, buy and sell figures here. And it's at an extreme buy level, the lowest point in record times. Unless the Fed quietly launches a nuke at the US, a big bear market rally is coming. And I do believe that this actually plays right into the Wave 5 opportunity that I talked to you guys about yesterday. And this is actually going to be something pretty significant when you look at it, because nobody's really expecting something like this to play out, because everybody believes that we're in a bear market, that we're going to see lower prices, that you're crazy to take any positions right now. But we're seeing a ton of bullish metrics being released on why you actually should be buying. This is also why I do feel comfortable taking positions, especially in altcoins. Again, I think that there's so many opportunities out there. I mean, you look at some of these levels that are on altcoins. They go back to like levels that we haven't seen since like 2020, and even some of them 2019. So to me, I think that a lot of these are extremely oversold. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this tweet that I've seen from Crypto Airy, and she says, this is XRP's whale holders in yellow versus Bitcoin's price in green. Since Bitcoin has been leading markets on such a highly correlative level, we wanted to highlight against Bitcoin's price in this particular illustration. For reference, here's XRP network against XRP price. And here we have, again, you guys could see the price, and then you could also see, the accumulation happening. So although the price has been dropping significantly, you guys could definitely see the supply distribution happening as well. So to me, I think that when we're talking about things happening right now around the current market view, I think that we are going to be seeing a lot more accumulation happening, especially from whale holders. This is also why I feel comfortable taking positions as well, because when we are looking at on-chain metrics even behind Bitcoin, for an example, are extremely bullish. But this also shows you guys that whales are holding between 1 million and 10 million XRP, and they have been accumulating for a while now, and now hold their highest percentage of the asset supply in 2 months. This is the most active tier of non-exchange holders, and currently hold 6.12% of all XRP. So this is actually pretty significant, and this also does show you guys exactly where we are headed. I'm telling you guys, pay attention to the on-chain metrics. This is very, very important. But as you guys do see the price of Bitcoin dropping, we're going to be seeing a lot more accumulation happening around a lot of altcoins. And I definitely feel comfortable, taking a lot of positions on altcoins, especially these utility gems. But also, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit, one quick subject. So I'm sure that a lot of you are all, aware of the Luna situation. And I just want to take a quick second to get, a discussion happening in the comments. And I want to hear from all of you about this subject. So I'm sure that a lot of you are aware of the Luna situation, like I've said, and when we talk about Luna 2.0, I talked to you guys a little bit about the tokenomics. The tokenomics are, unsustainable. And when we look at the unsustainability of the Luna 2.0 tokenomics, it looks like we are going to be seeing a repeat of Luna. And this means that a whole wave of new investors are going to be getting hurt yet again. And we do see here, unbelievable, XRP is dangerous to almost all of these, but Luna 2.0 is just fine. And you guys do see the exchanges that will support Luna 2.0, Binance, KuCoin, LBank, Crypto.com, FTX, Bitfinex, Kraken, Huobi Global, Bitrue, Gate.io, BitGet, Mexi Global, Bybit, Hit Bitcoin, OKCoin as well, OKX. I mean, when you look at this, it really is a sad day for crypto. And I want to know what you guys think about this, because to me, it is absolutely ridiculous that XRP is, still delisted on a lot of these major exchanges, while something like Luna 2.0 is getting supported and listed. When we see, the insustainability of the tokenomics on Luna 2.0, and it looks like a repeat of Luna is going to happen yet again. So to me, I think that we're going to see apply on, one, some sort of monetary value happening behind Luna 2.0 that's going to help these, major exchanges, grasp a large amount of money. I've always said, the reason why a lot of these meme tokens and things like that get listed on major exchanges is because of the amount of FOMO that happens from retail individuals. They collect a ton of these fees for monetary value, and that's all they really care about, is making as much money as possible. So to me, I think that this is extremely sad. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, though. Also, I want to talk to you guys about an economic war that's happening right now. So we did just see senators introduce a bill seeking to ban the use of China's digital yuan in US-based mobile apps. Now, I think that this is pretty comical, because we should be, supporting fair grounds in terms of, finance. And they're trying to say that this is a problem in terms of national and economic security. But to me, I think that they are just, worried and scared that when we look at CBDCs and, digital assets in general, I think that they're worried because I think that it hurts the, fiat. I think that when we look at fiat, I think that it really kind of puts, a stranglehold on it, if you will. Because to me, there's really no reason to ban the digital yuan. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below, but I think that this is pretty comical, and a few people have definitely been, talking about this in terms of the quotes, like we do see here. How is this fair competition? Fair competition, is just a meaningless phrase. Economic war is the new wave. And, a lot of people were definitely, looking at it, USD over invest in ruble and yuan. Yeah, I think that when we talk about things happening, it is a currency war. We're essentially seeing a major war happening in terms of an economic structure. So I think that this is actually pretty comical when we should essentially be supporting this. Especially if you were talking about like a US CBDC. I think that when we talk about a US CBDC, I think that they are, late to the party, and they don't want to start, supporting the digital yuan until the US CBDC is fully launched. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, we did see here, bam, go XRP. So if you guys missed it, so I actually have this article open over here. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about it, but we do see here, breaking Russia's Ministry of Finance is discussing using crypto in international settlements. The discussion is happening since Russia's ability to use the traditional payment infrastructure is limited. This is actually pretty interesting. So I don't know if you guys remember what we were talking about going back, like it was around the time where, Swift was essentially, getting its plug pulled by a lot of, banks and financial institutions. They were kind of just jumping ship. And I was telling you guys that we will most likely see, some sort of settlement payment network be utilized instead of Swift. Essentially, the downfall of Swift, if you will. Now, to me, this solidifies that viewpoint. We do see here amid sanctions, Russia weighs crypto for international payments report. Moscow has adopted a positive stance towards digital assets after its invasion of Ukraine triggered a sharp response from Western nations in the form of sanctions. And we do see down here a few, quotes. So first off, I do want to talk to you guys about the quote here. The idea of using digital currencies and transactions for international settlements is being actively discussed. And then we also seen down here, um, sooner rather than later, in April, the country's finance ministry supported legalization in a bill titled "On Digital Currency." And then, of course, we did see down here Russia can't and won't use crypto to evade sanctions. Concerns about crypto's use for sanctions evasion are totally unfounded. They fundamentally misunderstood how sanctions work, how crypto markets work, how Putin is actually trying to mitigate sanctions. In my opinion, all right, when we look at something like this, they really can't control a lot of these things. But I know that when we talk about sanctions, yes, they will essentially not be able to, avoid sanctions, but they could essentially utilize a payment network. And we actually seen down here. So when we look down here, it's not entirely clear how Russia would be able to use digital assets to bypass Western sanctions, given that the crypto market is not large enough or liquid enough, to support a sovereign nation's transaction needs. For starters, the United States Office of Foreign Assets Control has barred any U.S. person from doing business with individuals or entities on its specially designated nationals and blocked persons SDN list. The ban on doing business with Russia's SDNs exists regardless of the payment systems in place. And we do see a head of policy for the U.S. Based Blockchain Association explained, there's zero reason to think crypto's existence will convince any of them to willingly violate sanctions laws, risking fines and jail time. So we don't know exactly how this is going to work. I mean, I know that a lot of people were definitely mentioning, XRP. To me, when you look at something like, a ledger-based network that could essentially be utilized as a payment network, it is possible. But I definitely do think that we are going to see most likely a downfall of Swift. I think that this is the start of the downfall of Swift. And a lot of people were definitely talking about this. We did see, Anders just put dots. We do see her laugh out loud. What's more funny, the fact that we saw this coming or this is actually happening? And yeah, it is crazy. If we talk about something like the the Ripple network utilizing XRP as the liquidity source, because we are seeing, it's not liquid enough, but we do know that liquidity is a big key aspect on, the Ripple network utilizing XRP. It could essentially be utilized as the payment network, and it is something very, very crucial to pay attention to. And this actually brings me to my next subject, which is a few quotes that we've seen. So first off, we do see from XRP Crow. Now yesterday, it was either yesterday or the day before, I was talking to you guys about how the MasterCard CEO said, Swift, the international interbank messaging systems, won't exist in 5 years of time. And then, we've seen this quote come up. This goes back to 2020, February. In 5 years, we are not just Amazon Books, but we are Amazon, which is pretty significant when you take a look at things happening around the space. It is pretty crucial to pay attention to. But yeah, I think that when we talk about things like this happening, and then we see, updates like this, it really kind of shows you exactly where Swift is headed. If we are going to be seeing a lot of, sort of disconnection from Swift. I think that a lot of these nations are kind of tired of being in, U.S. dollar-dominated, payment network. And I've shared my thoughts on that multiple times. I think that when we talk about things happening around the current economic viewpoints, we will most likely see the downfall of Swift in that 5-year time. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's either Swift is going to adopt crypto technology, or they are going to essentially die. And I've always said this even within banks. We always talk about banks. And there's a quote that says, if banks don't start adopting crypto technology, they will cease to exist. And I do believe that fully. We also did see here, what we're doing and executing on a day-by-day basis is, in fact, taking over Swift. We do see Swift equals past, RippleNet equals future, XRP equals the greatest digital assets for payments. And I definitely do think that, Ripple's standpoint wasn't to replace Swift, but, what they have been doing, it is, just at the end of the day, their growth is so much bigger than Swift. So to me, they don't have to try to take over Swift. They already are. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.